Hey y'all. I'm a little tired, but I just realized that the video was cut off, so here I am about to do it again. So basically, yesterday, um, we were on our way to St. Louis for a funeral, and things didn't go as planned. So we end up having to turn back. So what happened was on our way to St. Louis, it was first raining, and as we left out of Arkansas and got deeper into Missouri, um, the it started snowing heavily, and in my head, I'm like, okay, we got it. It's a lot of traffic on the road still. The traffic is moving, and it shouldn't be a big deal. We should be able to, pull through. Oh, that. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So we was riding, and as we ride, I see different cars, on side of the road. So it was this white truck beside us tried to speed up, um, and it ended up going off the road. And but it was able to get back on the road because, of course, it being a truck, it was able to, get back, get back on the road. So after that, my uncle was like, "Okay, Alice, slow down." And soon as he said slow down, we was coming over overhead pass, and I just started to lose control. And when I lost control, I end up running off the road. So it was a few things that was going on in my head. It was like, okay, you know, it was a lot of things going on in my head doing it, especially because it wasn't just me, but it was other people in the car with me. So it was a lot of things going on in my head during this experience. So after we ran off the road, we got out the car, and nothing was wrong with the car. Nothing was wrong with neither one of us that was in the car. And it wasn't even 5 minutes. That 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes passed by. Tow truck was outside and it was like, "Hey, y'all need a lift." And we was like, "Yeah." So I didn't even have to call my road. I didn't even have to use roadside assistance. So I knew it was, divine orchestrated. So I gave them the money that they asked for, and they pulled me out. So after I got out, after they got us out, they pulled us to the nearest exit. And I started to drive again to proceed forward. And when I started to go forward, I started sliding, and I could barely stop. So when I did finally stop, I said, "Hey, one of y'all gonna have to take it," because I knew that I knew my expectations, even though my pride in my head, it was my car And I would rather wreck my own stuff than even put somebody under that, pressure. I had to come above my lower self and talk to my higher self and be like, and I had to tell her, which is me, that, hey, you need to allow somebody that's more experienced take the wheel. Because at this point, it's not about me. It's not about what I have, right? Material thing. So I told, my uncle, and we switched place. He took the wheel and I got in the back. So we was driving, trying to reroute so we could start back up on this journey. So, as we were trying to get back on the interstate, my uncle was like, Alice, he said, how far are we from St. Louis? And I was telling him, we're 118 miles out. And he was like, how far are we from home? And I was like, well, we're closer to St. Louis than we are home. And he was like, yeah, we are. But, the farther we go, we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. It's getting worse the farther we travel. He said, but even though, us going back is farther, we know what we just came out of, and we know that it's nothing back that way. And I'm like, yeah, he got a point. So we started to keep going anyway to St. Louis. And we started to slide some more, and he was like, Alice, so what do you want to do? And I said, you know what? Let's go back. Turn back. Or whatnot. And I'm telling this story to say this because, like I said, with explaining my gifts and how I get revelation and how God gives things to me as a watchman, I see certain things and I might get dreams, I might get visions, or he might give me a word. But sometimes with having the gift of discernment, or the gift of wisdom and knowledge, sometimes he talk differently. And sometimes he talk to me through events, experiences, certain things that go on and happen. And a lot of times I can see things before the season come. So he give me things so I could be able to share and help not only myself navigate through the next season, but also help others. So, going back to the decision that was ultimately made to turn back, and that's the warning for you people, anybody that's under my voice, anybody that hear this and this resonate with, you will know exactly what it's for. I don't have to go in detail because place wherever I'm saying where it need to be. And this is what I mean by it. I could have allowed my pride or my ego to not only affect me, not only destroy me, not only to only hurt me, but to hurt the people that I love. I could have risked not only my life, but also my family's life if I didn't see what I needed to see or hear God the way I needed to hear him. And that's why it's important to be sensitive, and it's important to use discretion, and important to be able to discern certain things or to hear God when he is speaking or trying to speak to you and show you something. That accident was no coincidence. Me running off the road, it was a bump, okay? It was a warning. It was a red flag. Mind you, the whole day, I already felt it in my spirit. I just didn't trust myself. I didn't follow myself like I should have. Had I followed my first instinct, it wouldn't have got that far. The whole day would have went totally different. But because I proceeded, even when I already knew, I had to get another lesson, right? Another warning, another flag. Warning sign. Red flag. So basically, the next morning, it was like when I did the video, God was basically just giving me revelation about exactly my encounter and what it was. So basically, he was saying that I know you made some promises. I know you wanted to go there. I know you wanted to go this way. I know you wanted to go there. But I need you here. I need you to go this way. Because guess what? This way is safer. And I know what's ahead. You don't. So, going back, and this how it will help you in this season. I know you made some promises that you will be there to support. I know you're a finisher and you like to start whatever you finish. Because like I said, we was halfway there. So I'm like, it ain't nothing. Let's do it. Let's go and thug it out. Because I started something. I don't like to not finish anything. But had I not humbled myself, or had I let my ego or my pride exalt God's will, and I did my own will and went my own way, I would not only put myself in danger, but also my family and the people that I love. So this is a warning, not just for me, but for whoever's listening to me, to change your plans. Whatever route you was going, you need to change your plans. Consider this as a warning. Consider this as confirmation to however you was feeling about whatever that situation is. Change your plans. It's been a change of plans, okay? So change your plans. Hear me and hear me good. Because some of us been getting red flags and getting warning signs, but we're ignoring them. And when you ignore it, it's like God to do certain things to get your attention. And if you decide to not listen after he has did his job, because warning come before destruction, if you decide to keep going, then you're not protected. It's not his fault. Whatever happened to you behind whatever decision that you make to keep going is on you. It's no longer on him. And I'm coming to tell you that. It took me experiencing it. A lot of times how my gifts work, I have to experience stuff and walk things out so I can be able to alert and blow the whistle on things. So, with that being said, yeah, I made some promises. But guess what? God said, baby, I know you made this promise, but I need you here. It's safer for you here. I need you here. You got to turn back. You got to go back. Because this right here, if you keep going where you're going, it's going to kill you. Or it's going to cost you. And I had to make a decision. It bothered me because I know where I wanted to be. But God had other plans for me. Because I could have kept going and risked not only my life, but also risked my family's, and it just wasn't worth it. So I decided to turn back and obey him. So you have to, whatever signs you're getting, yield to them. And like I said, consider this as your confirmation for whatever way you was going to change it. Redirect. Because it is not the way, and it's going to lead you into destruction. And you may or might not get out of whatever this about to be. Because like I said, that little accident that I had, that was a divine intervention right there, boo, for me and my family. And I appreciate the spare because we were on a highway. And it was like right after we had that accident, cars, big 18-wheelers and everything just flying through there. And I'm like, they just flying through here like it's nothing on the ground. Now, mind you, had we been along with that group of cars, because we had spent out of control, a semi-truck could have took us out of here just like that. But I knew how everything went. Nobody was hurt. Not even my car was damaged. I knew that it was nobody but God and the angels right there protecting us. So, this is what I'm saying. Whatever you plan, don't let your ego, don't let your pride talk you into, oh, you ain't that far. Just keep going. Go on, keep going. I'm telling you right now, do not test those waters because you're going to drown in them. Do not keep on the same path because you will crash. You will. And you may or might not get out of it. And it's not just you affected by it, it's other people affected by your ability to stay on the same path. So like I said, you might want to change your plans and reroute and think about this and turn around. So, you have to yield and pay attention and be able to listen and hear God when you need to hear, because like I said, it will save your life. And I had a dream a few months back regarding falling asleep under the wheel. I was at an old place, my hometown, and I was on my way to see my sister, just like I was. We're going to St. Louis. And I fell asleep under the wheel. And when I woke up, I was about to hit the city hall. And just before I woke up, I woke up in just enough time to turn the wheel. And because I was able to turn the wheel, the accident wasn't as big as an impact. It wasn't big as of an impact as it would have been had I still been asleep or whatnot. So, with that dream being said, I'm finna break it down. Me being sleep sickness fies, me not being able to see, me being blind to whatever God was trying to show me and lead me to. Me waking up, God woke me up, pulled me out of whatever confusion I was in. Whatever I couldn't see at first, He pulled me out of it and started to allow me to see when he woke me up from under the wheel. This in my dream now. When he woke me up and I was able to turn the wheel before I hit city hall, the city hall was, me turning the wheel was equivalent to me repositioning myself. The city hall was significant for a place of power, for a place of law, decisions. Because at the city hall, a lot of decisions are made, powerful decisions are made, big decisions are made, a place of authority. So however it resonates for you. Now mind you, the same dream that I had, that I saw months back, this played out in reality. But because God gave me the eyes to be able to see, I can correlate that dream back to what just walked out. So me being able to see, not only in my dream, also me being able to hear God, I saved not only my life, but the people around me. So I'm sharing this so you can reposition yourself. So whatever path you was going on, whatever promises you have made, I'm releasing you from it now. And it's not me releasing you, it's really God releasing you from it, because he cared about you enough to send me to warn you regarding whatever decision you're trying to make. And I'm telling you now, obviously, you need to turn back. You need to go back. It's not going, it's wherever path you're going now is leading you in the wrong direction, and it's going to kill you or either somebody you love. So turn back or injure somebody. And I know for him to put it on me heavily, for him to not only show me in a dream, but to also wake me, do it, give me a real live encounter. I know it's heavy, and I know it wasn't just for me. It was for other people too, to get this. So consider this a warning, and consider it, like I said, confirmation. You know, whatever you're doing is not the right way. You getting off track. He needs you somewhere else or whatnot. Regardless of what you think, how you feel, don't let your ego blind you. Humble yourself and redirect yourself. Reposition yourself. Because wherever you think you're going, you can't see ahead. So you don't know what's ahead. But he does. And evidently he cares enough about you to tell you, turn back, change your plans, counsel them. And if you don't counsel them, if you keep on the same path, you're not protected. Simple as that. And you may or may not bounce back for wherever it is ahead for you. So, like I said, not trying to scare nobody, but hey, it is what it is. We have to learn how to heed to warnings. So however this work in your life, wherever this fit, hey, wear it. Place it where it need to be placed, okay? So, I hope this helped. Y'all have any questions, y'all know what to do. to reach me. Y'all be blessed.